for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 48.23. 48.23. Support 16.10. 03. 47.92 and 85. And upside at 30. 36. 42. 50 and 58. Pivot 23, resistance at 30, 36, 42, 50, and 58. Support on the downside at 16, 10, 03, 47.92, and 85. As you could tell from yesterday's trade, exceptionally slow, not much going on, very slow rally. Kind of par for the course given this time of the year. So suggestion would be just to be patient and pick your spots and wait for any opportunities. And then obviously sometimes you got to take what the market gives you. Might not give you what you're looking for, but gives you a little bit considering how slow it is. We're just over 100,000 in the total trade there in the minis. So very, very small amount, and but par for the course for this time of the year. Let's see here. So let's give you if there's any other numbers coming out this morning. We got Richmond Fed coming out here at 9 o'clock, and we have a couple auctions this morning at 10:30, 2-year, and at 12. 5-year. So some supply there, but the bond market seems to be handling it pretty good. The yield is at 3 on the 10s. There's a 380, 387-ish as the market kind of gyrates here a little bit. And we got support down at the 16 area. Again, anybody have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll be in the background. Obviously, we're not going to be, it's kind of, sometimes it's like watching paint dry this time of the year. But again, we are expecting it. So it's not like it's a surprise. We just have to, you have to manage the trade and expectations accordingly. And that's all you can do as traders, manage expectations accordingly. And then, the trade will come back. So 9 o'clock number, Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index could be a little bit market mover. Then we have a couple auction results at 10:30 and then at 12. So again, depending on how well they are received, will determine any kind of volatility that's going to be injected into the market or not. And you see in the chat the levels for us that we use as a guide to the day. Again, they're there to help us and be patient. Good morning there, Mike. And that's how I got these whatever after effects of whatever I got going here just won't leave me. I mean, I feel okay. It just sounds terrible, and then it gets better as the day goes on. I don't know, kind of goofy. So let's see here. So the little number at 9, auction results at 10:30 and at 12. And again, just chopping around here. So nothing to get too excited about. Upside is at the 30 area. Pretty much range bound. Very, very quiet. Not surprising. So we have to accept what the market at this time of the year and what's going on with it, and then take advantage of it when it gives us an opportunity. Might not be today, or this week, but it will give us some opportunity. We had a couple trades yesterday, so It's just a matter of being patient and waiting for the trade to develop, really. And then, making sure you keep your stop in place. I mean, there's no reason to love any trade we put on these days. All right, got up here to 27. We got 30. So again, I'm not going to be sitting here all day watching not much going on. It could be range bound. You can see how the morning opens up and it covers like almost the whole range has been trading in the last hour. And that's what happens, and then they suck the whatever energies in there out of the market, and that'll be it. So. If anybody has any questions, good time to ask. Otherwise, we'll be here in the background. You got the levels there in the chat. And again, it's that time of the year. So, and again, if any geopolitical situation happens, which, who knows, anything could ignite some volatility. We are in a small world these days, so even though it's happening on the other side of the pond, doesn't mean it's not going to affect us one way or another. So, and it's a powder keg over there. Everybody threatening everyone. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you keep your stops in place, because you never know when something's going to happen. And you just don't want to get caught. It's not worth the aggravation. We're just kind of hanging up here right in the middle of this kind of range, and not doing much. And we have first level resistance up at the 30. Yeah. We might just be range bound here for a little bit. Who knows? And we're pushing all-time highs, so pretty impressive market overall. After that big break last Wednesday, pretty much got it all back over the last week. They pushed. We have to close above this 30 area. That was the high from last Wednesday on the break. So if we close above the 30 area, a little bit bullish. Of course, we're bullish anyway, but it becomes a little bit more bullish. Just just a boring trade. That's the thing, right? There's just nothing going on. So we talked about the little number at 9, and we have a couple auction results: 2-year at 10:30 and 5-year at noon. Usually supply push rates a little higher. All depends on how well they are accepted by the market. And considering now they're talking about lowering rates, they seem to be, oh man, these bonds, might as well grab some of these yields are up here while they're still up here. I'm just saying. So your tails are not going to be so bad. All right. All right. Again, we'll be here in the background. Got any questions? Chat them in. If I'm still around, I'll obviously answer them. Got our levels. Uh, keep your stops in place. Take whatever the market gives you, and we'll see what happens. All right.